in my diet, I think I actually have reduced to 2 meals a day. There's something called intermittent fasting, which is a lot of people incorporate nowadays. It's also a fad sometimes. If you incorporate it well and do your research, you can really increase your productivity and also increases your time to get better. And just everybody confuses minimalism with having less, but what a lot of people say is minimalism is actually having enough of what you need.
Yes, true. That's something that the pandemic and the lockdown has taught us. That we really don't need, as much as we thought we did to
Essential.
get by in life. Yeah, yeah.
True.
Thank you, Prasha, for that. Yeah, thank you for that insight. All right, Rohan, to answer your question, how do we say no? Okay, now this is what I do. I try to see when somebody tells me to do something or ask something of me, the few things which I consider as my relationship with that person. What is my relationship now? If it's a personal relationship, it's a friend, it's a family member, obviously your approach will be different, right? Also, even, as far as saying no to somebody, I will see whether that task comes within my purview. Like I had somebody at work asking me to conduct a workshop which came under their board or their committee. Actually, that came to them from the university, and that person is like, since you run the startup and innovation cell, is it possible to conduct this? So I wrote a very polite mail saying no, because I had already conducted many workshops. And what the message which I got from the way the mail was written was, I mean, this is come, so now you do it. Which is that attitude also was a bit putting off, kind of. So I said that, this doesn't come within my purview. It is your board or whatever. And I have done enough, as more than enough actually, for my activity. And so it will not be possible for me to keep doing the same thing again and again. So that is how I said no. So that is one way. The main thing is you have to have courage also to say no. Many times we keep quiet thinking that, how can I say no? That is what happens. So, and also it depends, what is your role? Where are you placed in an organization or within your family or within a any social setting, whatever? What is exactly your role in that? If you're fulfilling it and if you've done enough, then I think you can say no to something that, if you're swamped for time or something like that, obviously you should say no. You have to make your thing your priority. But if you're working within a group and if you don't do your part, then that system will collapse. Then of course you have to think 10 times before saying no.
Okay.
So did I answer your question, Rohan? Also, you learn to say no to people who take advantage of you. That's what I think. Like, if they're unfairly taking advantage of you because of their position, sometimes that happens, right? Somebody is in a superior position to you. It may have happened to be your teachers also. They may ask you to do certain things which is their job, but they're asking you to do it. Then you may not be able to say no directly, but I would say then do it so badly that they don't ask you it.
Ma'am, but some people are like, after saying no 100 times, they'll be like constantly asking
They're
us to
incorrigible. They don't take no for an answer. So yeah, so those kind of people are all of us encounter. We each one have to find our way. I have reached a point with certain people where my answer is no. Like they don't even ask me now because they know that, okay, no, it's not gonna happen. So
Yes,
Ma'am, but
okay.
sometimes it's like they do emotional blackmail. Like it's not
Yeah.
like they are doing
So, but
emotional
you know
blackmail to
that
us.
you know that it is blackmail. So why are you succumbing to it?
Because some people
Yeah.
are like so unavoidable. You're gonna encounter them 100 times.
No, that's what I'm saying. You have to think about what is your relationship with that person. You know, obviously, many a time it happens that if, for example, it's like a teacher who teaches you a practical subject, and you know, till the end of the year, till your results are done, you are like on pins. You need that person to. Then obviously it might become difficult to say no. Rohan would know a thing or two about saying no to people, not being able to.
That's why I asked.
Actually, Rohan has to say no to people.
Huh, Rohan? Raksha, you said something. I didn't get that.
Rohan needs to say no to some people.
Yeah, I keep telling him that. Ask him. Though I don't teach him nothing. There's no other interaction other than startups and things. I keep telling him, why you're doing it? Why are you doing that thing? Even so many times I have to call him aside and say, "Arey Baba, why are you doing this?" You know.
Ma'am, happens a lot
I
in junior
admit,
college,
ma'am.
especially when you know that this bunch of kids are actually good at doing something, or they will do something. They are brought up everywhere, legit everywhere.
That happens with anyone who's efficient and good. That's what Rohan said. Na, some authority figure has said that is that authority figure's interpretation of the Pareto rule or the principle. That is not the interpretation of Pareto principle. That 80-20 rule does not say that 20% people should do 80% people's work. Then 20% people should get those 80% people's salary, which doesn't happen. Right. So that is a wrong way of interpreting and the wrong thing for any authority figure to tell a student. That's the worst possible answer.
Right, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. The very first point made a lot of sense. Understand.